Hi, I'm Joe Torre, and this is Baseball Talk. Today we'll talk baseball with Cory Snyder. As with so many others, Cory credits the help of family for his accomplishments in baseball. In his case, it was his father.
He played 3 years in the Milwaukee Braves organization, but he was one of those fathers that didn't push me. But when I said let's go play, he was right there, ready to go, and we were out playing. All I can remember is out there every day, hitting me fly balls, hitting me ground balls, and pitching me BP. And I think his arm's longer right now because he threw me so much when I was a kid.
Cory started in baseball at Brigham Young University and then got the chance to play for his country as a member of the 1984 United States Olympic baseball team.
A lot of kids now these days, dream about swimming or whatever, maybe the Olympics. Now they can dream about being in the Olympics as a baseball sport. And it was one of those things I'll never forget. It was a little hectic in the first 33 cities in 40 days, but I think it was all worth it when we got to the stadium and everybody was chanting USA, USA, and kind of gave you chills and stuff. But it was one of those things I'll never forget, and I'm very happy I did it, able to kind of go out with a bang out of my amateur career into the pros.
Cory was the Indians' first pick in the '84 draft, and within 2 years established himself as a fixture in the Cleveland lineup. In addition to the homers and RBIs he has collected, he collects something else: baseball cards.
I collect my cards still, and it's still great to see a new card of me and kind of see what's on, and it's fun. I have a great time doing it. I collect a little bit myself of my cards or team sets and things, but it's still it's still something big for me when I can go up and see a new card, or actually go to a baseball card show and see my card in the case or something. It's still a big thing to me because it kind of wakes you up and says, man, you're really there.
Thanks, Cory. For Baseball Talk, I'm Joe Torre.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen for Baseball Talk. Game 6, 1975 World Series. Cincinnati appeared to take command of their game against the Red Sox with George Foster up.
Again, Tiant to the stretch. There goes Morgan. That's a fly ball to deep center. Lynn going back. That ball is off the wall. It'll score 2 runs. Foster's in a second, and Foster has doubled off the stump of the center field wall and nearly had a home run. And the Reds, with superior right-handed power tonight, are using Fenway Park better than the hometown Red Sox. So the Reds now lead 5-3.
In the bottom of the 8th, Red Sox pinch hitter Bernie Carbo stepped up.
Carbo hits a high drive, deep center, way back, home run! Bernie Carbo has hit his second pitch-in home run of this series. That was a blast up in the center field bleachers. It came with 2 out, and the count 2-2. And the Red Sox have tied it 6-6.
In extra innings, Red second baseman Joe Morgan threatened to put Cincinnati ahead.
The pitch. There's a long shot to deep right. Back goes Evans. Back. And what a grab! Evans made a grab and saved a home run on that one. Goes to first for a double play as Evans robbed Joe Morgan of a home run, jumping high in the air and snagging that ball out of the right field grandstand.
Then, in the bottom of the 12th, catcher Carlton Fisk faced reliever Pat Darcy.
The 1-0 delivery to Fisk. He swings, long drive, left field. If it stays there, it's gone. Home run! The Red Sox win! And the series is tied 3 games apiece.
But the Reds bounced back in Game 7 to win the series. This is Mel Allen for Baseball Talk.
Hi, I'm Don Drysdale, and this is Baseball Talk. Today we'll talk baseball with Rick Reuschel. At 6'3" and 240 pounds, the 39-year-old right-hander looks nothing like a pitcher, but after 16 years, Reuschel's one of the top pitchers in the game, something that wouldn't have happened without hard work.
I've always worked hard, even though I take a lot of resin for my body shape. I work hard, I'm in good shape, and I do the little things that I need to do, not only to stay ready to play, but to help myself on the field when I'm out there pitching.
Reuschel's size has also led to his nickname, a moniker one of his teammates gave him a decade ago, and has stuck with him ever since.
Well, Mike Krukow gave it to me back in either 80 or 81 when I was still with the Cubs, and I'd been there quite a while. I wasn't that old at the time, but I guess we had a lot of different pitchers come up through the Cub ranks at that time, and I guess Mike felt like I was trying to help him out and take care of him, and hence the daddy part, and the big part's pretty obvious where that came from.
However, the Big Daddy turns out to be more of a gentle giant. For example, Rick passed up a chance to pitch in the 1988 All-Star Game, opting to get married instead.
Well, I'm positive I made the right decision. The date for the wedding had been set a long time before. You know how difficult it is to even make the All-Star team, and I just made it the year before, and to come back and repeat is even more difficult as far as I was concerned. But I have no regrets at all about the way things worked out. I'm very happy with what happened and the wedding and my wife and the whole bit, so I wouldn't have changed anything.
Rick and his new bride enjoy a dangerous hobby, snowmobiling, something that the Reuschels have had to cut down on.
Contracts now, if you sign more than a one-year contract, the list of things that you can't do is about a whole page long, and that's one of them, so I've had to cut back on that. But as soon as I retire, that's one thing I'm going to jump back into real quick.
Thank you, Rick. For Baseball Talk, I'm Don Drysdale.
Hi, I'm Joe Torre, and this is Baseball Talk. Today we'll talk baseball with Dave Winfield. Many athletes come out of college hoping someone will draft them to play professionally. Dave Winfield was drafted by 4 teams in 3 sports. He chose baseball and got the opportunity to play with many of his boyhood idols.
In Minnesota, I really liked the Twins. There was Zoilo Versalles, there was Harmon Killebrew, Tony Oliva, guys like that, even Camilo Pascual, because I was a pitcher. But then the guys in the other league that I never saw that much except All-Star games, of course, Willie Mays, McCovey, Aaron, Bob Gibson, people like that. And, I was very fortunate to have played with and against every one of them.
Dave played 8 seasons with the Padres and then signed with the Yankees. In 1981, he played in his first World Series.
I had 1 hit in the World Series that defensed me well, and the hits didn't fall. It wasn't a matter of I was worried about it or whatever, but each time you don't get a hit and the camera's on, they're talking about it. But I really didn't get upset that much about it, and had we won, it would have been a lot better for me.
Dave does a lot more in New York than play baseball. The Winfield Foundation is committed to helping young people. And for young people, here's some advice from Dave.
While they're in school, learn all they can. But I would say read, travel, meet people so that it's going to give you a well-rounded perspective. And then when you're playing sports, you're going to have to watch your health, nutrition, and those kind of things so you can become the best player you can become. And of course, you got to stay away from drugs. I mean, that's a part of culture. The kids think it's a rite of passage or it's just part of their growing up cycle. Just avoid that because it'll take you a downward spiral to nowhere.
Thanks, Dave. For Baseball Talk, I'm Joe Torre.